Obi-Wan's the fucking GOAT. He's not the most powerful, but he is the greatest Jedi of all time. He beat Anakin. He beat Darth Vader 3 times. And then on top of that, he beat Grievous. And then he beat Maul twice. Every gym has just the guy that you know that you can't be nice to him. Like, you can't flow roll with him. You can't, because then it's going to lead to you getting injured. Your coach has a plan for you. He's teaching what you need to know to the basics.
Man, fuck your coach's plan.
Well, you know that's it. That's if your coach isn't a piece of shit. You know, we should all find out
if you don't have an average coach.
Your coach is on the average side of things. Maybe you should, find a different coach.
Bro, May the 4th be with you.
Gang, gang.
Happy May 4th, everyone.
Happy May 4th. If you're on the dark side, wrist lock children in white belts.
Hey, hold on. We got to be a little bit light side over here, my G. We can't go full Anakin and killing younglings, my guy.
Yeah, I didn't say kill him.
What'd you say?
Say kill him. I said wrist lock them.
You're right. Okay. I can respect that. I actually picked up some wrist lock techniques recently. From some places I've been to. So
places I know?
No. I just you know me, when I get in tournament mode, I do like to hit open mats, and I do like to go wherever I can to find the most legit and true jiu-jitsu in the city. So yeah.
I like that. No shout out though.
No. I like right now. I'm keeping everything pretty private.
Okay.
In that aspect, just because
you don't know who you're gonna see when the.
Yeah. So right now, hey, it's wartime, baby. It's wartime.
Yeah.
It's wartime. So where things are going good. Well, obviously not good because we got some things we got to talk about. You got some stuff going on with you. Actually. We're in too far deep into it already, so let's go ahead and do our announcements and all that fun stuff.
You going to that barbecue?
Misfits barbecue.
Nah, dude, the one where I slapped my meat on your grill, bro.
Bro.
No diddy.
You don't play me like that?
A little bit, dude.
Man, as long as it's fresh, never mind. No diddy. Hey, for those of you who are not pulling pranks and shit on me, May 11th, Misfits, 12-3. Hey, I did it. I remember. May 11th. I did it with on my notes. I'm trying to do this thing where I remember more, right? Okay. But if you guys are in the area, was it Tahunga Valley? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, Tahunga at Misfits. We'll announce it. What's that? Do you know the full address?
I don't know the full address.
Just type in Misfits Club on the GPS. It'll come up. But they have a bunch of black belts coming. They're doing what they always do. They're grilling, having a good time. And you're going to have a bunch of black belts just teaching different techniques, pretty much like a workshop. They got a pretty large mat area, and they're all going to just be teaching and rolling. Shout out Georgie. I haven't seen George in forever, man. I seen him last week, dude.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of George, shout out to him and everything popping off. We do have a sponsor code for everyone through JaySin.co. So if you want to get some rash guards, right now I believe it's 20% off. Discount code all41.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I was looking at them, bro. They're sick.
I know, bro.
They're pretty good.
I'm kind of...
I have one coming. I can't use it, but I have one coming.
Oh, man. Yeah. What'd you get? Can you tell me?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I'm excited. It's just a fucking Akatsuki rash guard. I'm excited about it.
I really want to get... I think I want to get an All Might. I think...
Okay.
Sounds silly.
You're not Deku no more, bro.
Actually, I did. Okay, first off, hey, shout out May 4th right now. May the 4th be with all of us because My Hero Academia Season 7 started today.
This is Sith Day, brother. May 4th is Sith Day.
No, it's not Sith Day. May 5th, Revenge of the Sith. Is on May 5th. So tomorrow's your day. On this day, we celebrate lightness and good things and... staying away from fear. I'm going to sit over here and be a hater. We stay away from fear over here.
I'm going to sit over here and be a hater.
Hate leads to the dark side.
Steer into it.
Are you using the force on me, bro? I'm trying to talk, man. Like... So yeah, so if you guys in the area, check out Misfits. If I didn't say it already. Moving on to the next thing. What are we getting into? What you got for us?
I'll just jump into it. I can't talk about how it happened on camera just because of workers' comp and stuff like that. But I can't really train or work out for a bit.
Can you show them like at least what it does?
So whenever I try and bend my hand, I got some lacerations near my wrist. Whenever I try and bend my hand, it doesn't close all the way.
Okay.
Like, this is about the most I can do it, but I don't have grip strength. I don't have much dexterity in my fingers right now until those stitches heal and that muscle heals back together because I cut directly through it. About a 1 inch deep, and until we know if I cut my tendons or if I damage my tendons or not, I will not be training anywhere. I'll just be doing camera work.
Okay. Well, I will teach you everything I know, sir.
Yeah, man. So if y'all want me to pull up and record anything for the gym, for you personally, for your Instagram, I ain't got nothing else to do.
Dope.
And I'm still trying to be a part of the jiu-jitsu community. So just hit me up and I'll pull up.
Okay. Actually, so we can jump into positivity. I mean, a positivity note is that you're still here, you're kicking, your arm ain't lost.
It was pretty close to that artery, bro. So
yeah.
It was,
So,
a fucking horror scene.
I'm glad it didn't happen. I really am. When you called and told me, I was like, oh shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. I've been a little down. I've been a little frustrated about it just because that's what I love to do. I like to train. I like to box, do Muay Thai, and jiu-jitsu. But now I'm more worried about regaining the dexterity in my hand and just overall hand strength. And we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
And if it never comes, like if my grip strength never comes back, I'll either have to adapt or, become super fucking lethal on one side because I'm not quitting.
All right, respect. So that's what's gonna lead me because it's time to get high, bro. It's time to get high on positivity.
You fooled me once, you're not gonna fool me twice. I got you.
It might be hard to have a positive note in this, but I just want to know: is there anything positive we can take away from this week for you? Anything you got going on?
On a positive, I have two positive notes. We officially paid off Japan. Like we have one more payment and that shit is done. So I'll be going to Japan in July. Dream come true. That shit's lit. And then just with everything going on, I've really seen who's here for me and who has my back. Shout out to my lady. Shout out to, Ryan and Sam at work. And
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Positive notes, man. I got to see the real people in my life.
Yeah. And that's always something that I enjoy taking away from any sort of tragedy is when you're like, oh, dang, this person showed up for me. That was bless up. Thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Out of their way, dude.
Yeah.
Out of their fucking way.
Yeah. So, no, that's what's up. Me, positivity, I would say, I'm working through some injuries right now. So on positive note, they're not too bad. So we're still on course for comp. Just slows down a little bit, but that's fine. I think that's something that happens anytime I start a training camp, right? You're good. I can do this. Anytime I start a training camp, it's always, a little push and go. It's like push too much. All right, dial it back. What's reasonable to get done in the time that you have, especially with the injuries now? So positive note, still pushing forward, not too bad. Other thing, speaking of videos, you were talking about video. I'm shooting videos now too myself, which is really cool. Not like I haven't been doing it, but because I started taking on clients now. So nice. I started. Yeah. It's been a while since I've been doing videography as a profession in the sense of I just hated going out and asking for clients. That was the hardest. I don't want to do this. So just decided that just like with jiu-jitsu, when you don't want to get on the mat and run those reps and drill over and over again. I'm gonna just do that same thing with the videography and just like, hey, you want this video? It's what I got. It's what I do. So hit me up. Let's make it happen.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Especially, get a little bread. Videography is always a fun job.
Man, I love, the greatest thing about it is I love jiu-jitsu and I love filming, and nothing makes me happier than getting like a cool shot in jiu-jitsu. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have like a dream shot I want to catch, bro. There's just certain moves in jiu-jitsu to me that are just so fucking crisp that if I can ever get like a picture of myself or a friend in just like in one of these like angles, I feel like it would be a bad fucking
Can you describe
picture.
it, or you know what it looks like?
Bro, honestly, I want to catch a picture of like someone I know, like of me or someone I know doing a cartwheel pass.
Oh, okay.
For like
That's dope. Yeah.
Vertical, or going for a bow and arrow, and like not a bow, either a bow and arrow or what's the one you do? The Peruvian.
The Peruvian, yeah.
And just get it on the finish whenever you can just see their face and they know they're about to fight.
they're trying to fight. They want to fight and they just realize it's hopeless.
You need both faces, bro. You need the loser's face, the person who knows the no hope, and then you need the winner's face because they know it's about to go down. It's about to go down.
Facts. Huh?
No, I just said it's about to go down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's over.
No, big facts.
Wait. Before we move on, I feel like we haven't paid enough love to Star Wars real quick.
Oh, we're not done. This whole thing. You see these notes here? So we're about to dive in fear leading to the dark side, fear leading to pride, ego, and all that fun stuff. And since you want to be a dark side person, let's talk about hate and fear and how it helps us in jiu-jitsu, how it can hinder us, and
as much as I say I think I classify myself as like a dark side or like a Sith, just because the moveset I like. I feel like a lot of the moves I like to do, or a lot of the submissions I like to do, would definitely be considered more, dark side. And then brute, like being a brute, that's a Sith trait, So that's why I've always kind of associated with that side.
We go back to my boy Mace, right? I see him as being a brute when he needs to be.
But he totes that line, bro. He totes that line.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't think that being a brute necessarily makes you a dark side person, right? I feel like if you know how to control it and like, hey, I'm not, trying to, or even if you are trying to hurt somebody, that hey, I could have done that, but I pulled myself back and I tempered that fire. That's what Mace does.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel.
You're definitely right. You're definitely right. But I will say in jiu-jitsu, like if you hold on to that fear, that anger, that animosity towards somebody or a group of people, you're going to become that guy in the gym, bro. You're going to become that guy.
Wait, what guy? What guy?
Every gym has just the guy that you know that you can't be nice to him. Like you can't flow roll with him. You can't, because then it's going to lead to you getting an injury. You know, and like I shouldn't say every gym has that guy, because really I don't know. I haven't seen one at Forge or Misfits.
I would say for my sake, yes, there is one guy that I can think of. I'm just gonna say within my schools. That way, there we go. Yes.
It's all of you,
And if anybody ever wants to be like, "Hey, you talk about me," confirm me. I'm not trying to. More so, me being quiet about names and stuff is more so to not put anyone's information out that doesn't want to be talked about, that I don't have a close enough relationship that I don't feel like I can.
And just because you're that guy in the gym doesn't mean you're cool. It just means you're overly aggressive and you have a knack for hurting people.
Yeah.
So it's like it is what it is, but that's why you never have easy rounds.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's where like fear and anger in jiu-jitsu will lead you to that like dark path of just kind of being the guy in the gym that everyone knows. It's like he only has one speed, bro. He just fucking crushes people. You know, and that's just my take on it.
And when you roll with them, they're only spamming that one move that only, like, you know what I mean? Like, for most people, it overwhelms them and they can't, like, you're saying that bruteness, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to hit you with, let's just say, I'm going to hit you with a cross collar choke from close guards 300 times as hard as I can. I don't care if I failed 299. Oh, someone saved DJ's life. Someone saved his life. You good, bro?
I was about to start laughing.
Oh, okay.
When you said that, because it reminded me of someone, and that's why.
Wait, go back. I'm sorry. You were supposed to start laughing?
I choked because I was about to start laughing when you said that, bro, just because it just reminded me of someone. I was like, oh, shit.
Someone from a school that you've been to at some point in your life. Please tell the story.
Huh?
I want to hear the story.
Oh,
but I was teeing you up to be completely anonymous because I don't know whether it's present. Or
so
past,
it's no one. It's me.
Okay. Oh,
it's me.
okay.
It's whenever I first started.
Oh, what happened?
I just had one move, bro. I just had one move, and it was a balloon sweep into an omoplata, bro. And I did that shit for like if it didn't work the first time, I'd chill in half guard until I wasn't tired, and then I'd try it again. Then I'd try it again, and then I'd try it again. And if it never worked, we just sat there the whole time. And that's why it made me laugh.
I've never been that guy. I was just like, if one doesn't work, I want to go to the next one. If that doesn't work, I'll go back to it maybe.
So this was very early. Like that was the first setup I learned. Okay. And then like it was the only one I was comfortable with, because a balloon sweep, if you know how to do it right, is a fat boy's dream. Like if you do it right, there's really nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
So
you know what I hate more than anything is when I get caught in it in just casual rolls, because I'm just like, I would never let you get this on me in a real roll. Like in a real competition. Like I would no, just what I mean is and I'm not saying it can't be done. What I'm saying is there's a level of alertness that I allow myself to have in a regular role, in a role that's competitive, in a role that like the guy we were just talking about, the guy who's just too aggressive. There's a level of alertness to them, but there's also a level of like competitive life or death alertness that I have. And like competitive life or death, like I would never let you get that. Like it wouldn't happen. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So I sent that picture to Archie before the what's it called, and I was like, "Do it," the Star Wars, and then he replied, "He's like,
Shout out Archie. Shout out Tres Crosses Jiu Jitsu. I cannot speak today. So
Three crosses.
It's not tres.
Well, no, it's three.
Oh, I'm dumb.
No. Well, tres means three, and they're in New Mexico.
Yeah, no, I know. I just thought that like they were being like,
you're being racist.
No, I wasn't being racist. Hey, bro, I can't be racist. I'm like a lot of me's Hispanic. I can't be racist. I can say whatever I want about those people. I won't. But
I was about to say,
I'm joking.
They already want you to pull up.
Oh, no. No, I'm gonna pull up. We talking about when he gets back from Japan. We're gonna pull it up. Not to keep droning on, but we were talking about fear and the guy who was just spamming or whatever.
It was me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back then it was me. I knew my one or two moves, and then that's it. The thing was,
go ahead. No.
I just had this idea of what I wanted to like be able to do in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to be able to come in and do it right away, and that wasn't the case, you know, and I had to like let go of what I wanted to become in order to start learning the basics to grow into it. And like I've made a fraction of what I want to become and want to be able to do a jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah.
But in order to get here, I had to fucking let the BS go and just learn the basics and stay off YouTube.
I'm gonna reset this camera. That's funny that you look at this real quick. This thing has me looking like Hugh Hefner in like a stripper robe a little bit. Like I'm supposed to look like a dignitary over here. Yeah. And it got my chest hair all out. Like
maybe you're more Sith than you thought. Look at that, dude. Pull up.
You know, I should have brought my Landell Calrissian cape out. I should have rocked that.
No. Pull up, Sith gang.
Nah. You know, Lando was the dude, bro. You can't, Lando.
He was all right.
He was silk butter, bro. He was so smooth, man.
He's all right, bro. Look, he can smooth talk all my girl. He can smooth talk my girl all he wants. What's he gonna do in this lightsaber? You know.
You're right.
In the originals, when Darth Vader pulled up to Lando's crib, he wasn't that smooth.
Lando was like, "Hey, yes, master. What you want, master? Yes, sir."
Turned in his homie
right away. He did not care. Yeah, bro. So stay off of YouTube, guys, or you'll turn into something.
I'm not saying those moves aren't going to be beneficial at some point in time. I just feel like your coach has a plan for you. Your coach has a plan for you. He's teaching what you need to know to the basics. So everything that you're learning, you know how to flow there or get to there or that position through something else. The positions that you're learning on, they're not teaching you a position on YouTube. They're teaching you a submission, and you don't know how to get there. You don't know how, unless you've already kind of been through the ringer, you know?
I get what you're saying. I don't know. I guess, I'm a little, you were like, your coach has a plan for you, and I'm just like, man, fuck your coach's plan. But you know why? Like not to why?
That's it. That's if your coach isn't a piece of shit. We should all find out
if you don't have an average coach.
Yeah, like if your coach is on the average side of things, maybe you should, find a different coach. Yeah. But if you have a coach that has a structured plan and a structured goal and is a proven good coach, he has a plan for you, bro. Like where you are right now, the coach, he has a plan for you.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think it's okay to ask your coach about that plan? Now we're talking about that because I feel like for me, I personally work well if I know what the hell your plan is for me because I don't like being maneuvered without, and I can always tell when I'm being maneuvered. So it's like one of those things, right? Like if you're maneuvering me, then I'm like, let's resist this shit.
I feel like, especially in competition jiu-jitsu, the plan should be built together and mutually. Because your coach can have an idea and he can have a theory and he can know how your body works. But at the end of the day, only you know how your body works. Only you know how your body moves. Like it doesn't make sense to tell someone to do a Tarico Plata when they're a 300-pound. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a chance they just might not move like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like
if they got the flexibility.
Yeah, I'm not saying all like we talked about. Like there's different like how Alex said, like there's only one T. There's only one Casey. There's only different people can do different shit.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like your plan should be like an open book between you and your coach. You guys should constantly be adjusting it together, critiquing it together, like based off of performances from tournaments, how it's going in practice. Like it should always be a book that's open for edit.
That makes perfect sense as far as you guys working together. And I guess to that thought instead of my initial reaction, be like, man, fuck your coach. Is like, hey, is like what you're saying is make sure you have that relationship with your coach where you can at least have a conversation of like, hey, this is what I'd like to do. Where do you want to see me go? And like, what would you like to see me do? And let's figure out how to move forward together with that. And I've been at schools in the past where they didn't want to have that conversation with me, but then also at the same time they want to have me compete, right?
Yeah.
And like so. I need to have a conversation with you if you wanna. It's my body. It's me.
Yeah, and even if it's not like it doesn't have to feel like a conversation. Like I'll never stress this to the end of me. Your professor shouldn't feel uneasy talking to your professor. Yeah. You shouldn't feel afraid to approach him and ask questions. You shouldn't feel afraid to question yo, what is the plan for me? And then even then, as a black belt teaching a school, you shouldn't only be able to teach a certain moveset. You should be able to teach the grandiose of things. Yeah. And then on top of that, if you can't teach it, you should be able to go back and, bro, that's why I loved what fucking Alex said last week when he says he still trains. Because even if it's not in his skill set, he still goes and reports to another person and learns and teaches and digests information. So he doesn't all yeah, at his school, he feels like the top dude, but when he leaves there, he knows that he's still someone else's student. So he knows what it's like to be in that place.
Yeah.
So oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's what I also like about Misfits, right? Is like there is it's a conglomeration of black belts. I can't even speak today, man, but it's a conglomeration of black belts, and they're always training with each other. And not only
They take turns running the class.
They take turns running class, and they're going out to other gyms training with other black belts. Like I know black belts that are like, I don't need to go to other gyms to train with other black belts. I whoop the black belts that come in. That's because you whoop the black belts that come in there because you're a piece of shit. You're average.
And
they're average.
Not only that,
you're the challenge that they're trying to get.
And then not only that, it's like when you're only rolling with people that you know you can beat who is invited to your school. It's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That's like in the future. Like down the line, you open a gym and there's a black belt that you've been training with your whole life, and like you've just always had this dude's number, and you're like, oh yeah, come to my school, and in an attempt to like show your students like, yeah, I work other black belts, but like, you know, you beat this dude. You know, there's no integrity in that. You know,
there's none. Yeah.
So.
And the ones, you know, it's funny, those same schools, I've also seen black belts come in that were not invited, and I felt the jiu-jitsu from them. I was like, ooh, man, I hope they stay around. You know, I could learn a lot from them. Then they never came back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like we can agree on this, bro. Like, and just for everyone watching, if you're happy at your school, that's on you, bro. That's on you, you know? It's only like no one can tell you if it's the right school for you but you. You know what I mean?
Big facts.
If that skill set works for your body type, that's one question you have to ask for yourself. Do you have a relationship with this coach where it's just like the best part about Misfits, bro, is whenever I pull up George, Jimmy, Eric, Jess, all of them. It's like a friendly setting.
Yeah.
Where we talk about outside of jiu-jitsu, we talk about everything. And then like, you know, I can tell that they don't see me as a number.
Yeah.
They see me as a person. And like whenever you lose that as like a gym owner, when you just start seeing people as a number and getting mad because they leave because that number is no longer paying towards you anymore, you're washed.
Yeah.
You're washed. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
What do you think? Do you think that's, I don't know. I'm wondering what the cause of that is like, I would like to just say it's fear of, because I feel like the only way that you could get there is if you're okay being stagnant and okay being right where you are.
Well, at the end of the day, it's like this, bro. Alex hit the nail on the head last week, and he's like, if you get into martial arts, because you're like, oh, I want to coach and be rich, and you have to find like an all-star fighter and then coach them through the MMA like underground, then make it to the UFC, and then even then you're probably not going to be rich. You'll probably be well off, but probably not rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if that's your goal, you're in the wrong sport. Like if you're in this for money, you're in the wrong sport. Every coach I've ever had another job because they're doing this out of love for what they do. I'm going to profit off of all these people and I'll be fucking rich. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, my dream is to have like a hobby gym in like on my land or in my garage.
Yes.
Because I had a coach that saved me from doing bullshit.
Yeah.
And I want to pay it forward, you know? There's always going to be that kid that needs somewhere to go or that person that needs somewhere to go. So I want a hobby gym, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't want to like do it to be fucking rich, you know? And if that's your goal, you just look at your students as numbers, not as people.
Yeah. I think we'll move off of that because that was well said. I think, you know, for me, my goal has always been to empower people with confidence. We talk about JEDI, we talk about, you know, Sith, and, you know, hate leads to the dark side, fear leads to the dark side. I think that really is just because people aren't comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, I'll use this example is when you look across the mat, you lock eyes with someone, and then right away they're just like, oh shit, there's a bird in here. Did you know there's a bird inside? It's like
there's not a bird inside.
There's not a bird here, bro. Like you know, we looked at each other. Let's fucking roll. It's okay. If I'm better than you, it's okay. If you're better than me, damn, it's gonna suck for me, but it's okay. Like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get better. That's the only way we get better. Still sharpen steel, right?
That's big. That's big facts, bro. And that's why that camaraderie is so important in gyms, and that atmosphere is so important in gyms, is because if you just have a bunch of people who are afraid to roll with each other and they're just peacocking who's the toughest guy all day, because jiu-jitsu is fun, but at the same time it's simulated aggression. You know, so if you never check that ego, if you never learn how to roll with someone better than you, or learn how to lose in jiu-jitsu, it's a ticking time bomb for a real fight to break out. You know? And I've seen it in one gym before. You know, feel bad for that guy, but yeah.
What happened?
We're gonna add to the legend of Shad, bro. We're gonna add to the legend of Shad.
Let's talk about
this dude was just kind of rolling too hard. Shad handled his business. He only turned it up on people either A, he liked, or B, deserved it.
Copy.
And it sounds crazy, but you know, still sharp and still.
I'll be honest with you, the same thing with me.
Yeah. So this one guy just came in, and he was getting mad because Shad was wiping him, and he was just dumb aggressive. And then he's like, let's do a stand-up round then. Like, basically, like, let's hold mitts. And he started kicking Shad way too fucking hard to be, like, running mitts. So Shad kicked him back, bro, and this dude got mad, and it turned into, like, a thing. And, like, the guy just got held down and looked like a fucking... I'd be surprised if he's still with his girlfriend. Let's just say that. He was face down, assed up, pinned in turtle, couldn't do anything, while Shad like slapped the back of his head and asked him if he was calm. I'm like, are you calm? Are you calm? Are you calm?
Okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. I don't ever want to be that guy in that situation. Be real with you. Actually, This motherfucker pissed me off last night. I'm not gonna say his name. He didn't really piss me off, but it was just like he had me. I think, who was it? You know, he had me on back mount, but it was like where either I was flattened out or about to get flattened out. He just sitting on my back having a conversation with someone. I was like, man, if you don't get your big ass, man, we in a fucking roll, bro. Get your big ass off me. You gotta work now.
That's disrespect.
I was mad as fuck, bro.
That's disrespect.
He was just using his body weight on me, man.
I remember, bro, honestly, there's slight ways to disrespect someone in fucking jiu-jitsu, and it's always funny. Like, I told you about the guy that I was listening to the Giants game mid-roll.
Oh, yeah.
He did not like that shit. But here's the thing.
Exactly. If you can't stop it, you like I say I'm mad. I'm not really mad. It's all fun in the game, right? It's no different than when I'm sitting here rolling with some, whether they know it or not, I'm rolling with them, but I'm watching other rolls, right? You know what I mean?
So here's the thing, bro. I'm a diehard Giants fan. I would have did that if I thought the person can beat me or not, just because I'm trying to multitask and see the game. And if it pisses you off, I'm sorry, but the Giants are playing right now, brother. Okay. And like, I'm trying to use their terribleness for fuel for my jiu-jitsu game.
Okay. Do you think you guys picked up some good players for the draft?
No comment, dude. I don't even know. I
don't know. JEDI shit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even watch college anymore.
So speaking of training in JEDIs, right? I think the JEDI might have had it right. And I keep going back to this. When I think about learning, right? And we're talking about this, yes. Like not 100%, but like just like low key, maybe high key, maybe a lot, right? In the sense of, what are you supposed to do as a JEDI, right? You're supposed to meditate. You're supposed to learn how to control your emotions, right? And so That's what you're supposed to do with jiu-jitsu. You're supposed to control your emotions. You're not supposed to let that fear get away from you. You're not supposed to let that ego. You're not even supposed to let that desire for the battle and competition to get away with you. Because what gets wrapped up in it, and if you're not controlling your fear and your hate, ping pong, what's going on, and you're lost in all that shit. So I feel like the Jedi way of teaching might be the best way to approach jiu-jitsu. Just saying. What you got for me, Sith Lord?
Here's what I'm saying, bro. Where were the Jedi after episode 3?
Bro, they
eradicated. So would you say that they're right? I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit. But for jiu-jitsu, they are right. Again, it's not the only way, but you're going to be a lot better off whenever you learn how to regulate your emotions and regulate that fear and competition and just kind of overall regulate your anxiety, because that leads to controlled adrenaline. And that's whenever you become a fucking problem. For real.
And when we talk about those, I think you told me someone recently said something about how you guys were talking about how, like, don't piss me off, I can turn it up. I forgot what you were saying or something like that. Yeah. And it's like when I turn it up, it's like it's that right there. It's that controlled of like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. Like, I don't like being in this place because, one, it takes a lot of mental energy. Yeah. 2, it's just like, I want to just freaking have fun. I just want to roll around and do stupid shit, cartwheels, and I tried this, I failed, whatever.
It's funny because, especially martial arts, but I think all contact sports, you kind of really like learn how to do this, but you're in it so much, you're getting hit so much, you're always learning how to deal with fights. Like in Muay Thai, you're blocking, you're legitimately taking fucking like not heavy kicks, but you're still taking kicks all day. It's simulated aggression, and like when you first join it, you have that angst, that anxiety, that adrenaline that tires you out so fast. As you get better, you just know where it is. Yeah. You know where you know how to get there, and you know how to open the box. So it's legitimately becomes a switch that you can just on and off, you know?
I think it comes from the breath. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah. Well, possibly when you learn how to breathe, that's when it comes, that calming of your anxieties.
Mm-hmm. I say this because the book that, man, I'm mad I don't even have it over here.
It's over there.
I'm going to grab it just because I got to reset this camera anyway. So what were we talking about? We were
talking about the breath.
Book. So I think it comes from breath. And I say this just, if no one's ever read this book, Breathe by Hicks and Gracie, please do. Especially if you're a white belt and newer to jiu-jitsu, this book definitely it spawned the whole thing of my whole jiu-jitsu career, if I'm being honest with you. You talk about being a warrior and following somewhat of a Jedi code. Hickson definitely did that in his own way. You know, he did follow the Bushido samurai code. I do the warrior.
Okay. Does it explain what that code is in the book?
I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I think he definitely goes over a lot of his philosophies and stuff in the book, but I don't know if he directly explains what that is.
Okay.
But that's that. Do you know what that is? The Bushido code? That's a lot of what like the Jedi traditions and stuff are based off of.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's samurai. The old samurai ways is the Bushido code is what they used to follow, and that's what the samurais would follow, and a lot of that's Star Wars.
All right, shit.
Yep. I could be wrong.
What side I'm on.
But this is one of those things that I'm like, you put a gun to my head, I'm gonna say this is true.
Say what?
That Star Wars and the Bushido code are intertwined in that way.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because one thing I've definitely learned, and it's in everything, even jiu-jitsu, history just repeats itself, bro.
Big facts.
It just repeats itself. Nothing's new. No thought is new. Like, I said a joke to my girl thinking that, like, I was authentic. I legit heard the joke a few days later on Instagram. You know what I mean? So it's just, nothing's new. It's all recycled. So if they're like, if the Jedi code is derived from something throughout history, it wouldn't surprise me.
Lucas did a lot of, even like the like Darth Vader's helmet is shaped like a samurai helmet. Like that is something that he took from there as well.
Oh shit! Now that you say something, I can kind of see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's like the sales of the. Now I'm just giving nerd facts here about Star Wars. The sales of the TIE fighters, pirate sales for like pirate ships.
Oh
like
yeah,
the bad
yeah.
guys. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Okay, shit.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Just the entry keys. I'm gonna pop it on after we wrap up this podcast because it's time. It's time.
Episode 3 every night. All day.
Is that your favorite episode?
So I'm a little weird, bro. Episode 3 overall is probably my favorite episode, but I despite what anyone says,
think like me.
Very highly of Rogue One.
I think you're like me, bro. Do you low-key rock with the prequels more than the original trilogy?
Yeah, I do. But
they're gonna hate us. They're gonna crucify us for this.
They have to think about it. Why, bro? When the originals came out, that generation were kids. They loved it. It was geared towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I came out, bro, CGI. Whenever I was like a kid in the early 2000s, CGI had long past that, and it was just a bunch of old dudes waving sticks around to me. Yeah. And then the prequels and the Clone Wars cartoon came out. It was up. Yeah. It was up, bro. Yeah. And episode 3, because like I was a kid, I didn't pick up the hints that they were dropping that Anakin was Darth Vader. Like in the first scene, in the first movie, every time they showed his shadow, it's Darth Vader, bro. It's Darth Vader. So I never like noticed that. Yeah. So whenever they finally, it was like Rise, and he came up and he was Darth Vader, I was out my seat. I was like, "Are you fucking? Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, I didn't know either, bro. I knew about Darth Vader being like Luke's father because I did watch the original trilogy as a child. Like my father, there's no way my father didn't let me watch that. I remember we'd be babysitted by this one family and I'd always watch Star Wars at their house. So it's just something I watched. But when I actively like really got into it was the trilogy, the prequels. And in the prequels, it was 100% just that there was a black dude with a lightsaber, yo. hey, what's up? Here we go. And then like the battles were way cooler, like you were saying.
That's what I mean. The CGI and everything was way better.
Like when Yoda started flipping around and messing, man, you were like, Yoda? What old dude who just fell asleep and died got power like that?
And that's what I'm saying, bro. It gave these characters more justice.
Yeah.
It took me years to admit this, bro, and I'm going to admit this because my brother was right the whole time. I don't care what anyone says. We can argue it. Obi-Wan's the fucking GOAT. He's not the most powerful, but he is the greatest Jedi of all time.
Why?
Think about it, bro. What are his feats? He beat Anakin. He beat Darth Vader 3 times at this point that they've canonically confirmed. In the Obi-Wan show, whether you like it or not, it's canonically confirmed. He beat him on Mustafar whenever he burnt up, and then he like... If you want to take the last... Like, he let him win. He let Darth Vader win.
You're right.
And then on top of that, he beat who's the robot with the multiple arms? I'm forgetting.
General Grievous.
He beat Grievous. Sidious. He was one of the few Jedi that Sidious was like, we got to get him away from Anakin. He was genuinely afraid of their relationship.
Yeah.
And then he beat Maul twice. If you watch the Clone Wars, he beat Maul twice.
Man, you're right. His accolades are pretty solid when you stack them up like that.
Yeah, and then if you think about it, even if you watch the Clone Wars, they needed some shit done. They sent Anakin and Obi-Wan.
You're right.
Obi-Wan was in charge.
Yeah. Because Anakin was, the mad enforcer.
Yeah. Anakin, Yoda, Mace, they're more powerful, but they're not better. They're not the GOAT like Obi-Wan is. Obi-Wan has those intangibles that you just can't teach, bro.
Damn, bro. I think you just dropped some knowledge on me, man. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
You're right. He is a GOAT.
He's also one of the few Jedi that every Sith feared. In the cartoon, every Sith was like, fuck, Obi-Wan's here, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Shout out Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. I always wondered, as a kid, I was always like, man, like why would you're a Jedi? Why would you go hide and But as I'm older, like I understand, he was like, "Oh, this is an unwinnable war with the forces that we have. Like our forces just got depleted. Like strategically, the best thing for me to do is fall back and wait for something to happen, or just go into my garden and just disappear because it's about to get
He
lit."
didn't even really disappear. He was around the block from Luke the whole time.
Right, you're right.
He was just waiting for the day. He's like, because they're gonna come. They're gonna come eventually. They're gonna feel him in the Force, and they're gonna come.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Man, you know what?
Obi-Wan's the GOAT.
I always wondered why he couldn't kill Anakin. Now it just hit me. That was like his son. Because I was just watching the Attack of the Clones, the second one.
Yeah.
And he was like, Anakin was like, "Master, you're the closest thing to me like a father." And I was like, whoa, yeah.
He legitimately chose on multiple occasions not to kill that motherfucker. Even the last fight, it said, like, if you read the books from the original series, you know what I mean? It said that, like, Obi-Wan wasn't trying, bro. Obi-Wan knew he was going into that fight to die, so because he knew at that time it was Luke's place to beat him.
Okay.
You know? So he beat him twice and then he didn't try. So it's like...
Obi-Wan's the GOAT. Shout out Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan's the fucking GOAT.
That's what we got. Yeah, man. I used to think he was afraid, but I think he was just making the smarter choice there.
Not even the smarter choice, bro. It's like I could understand not being able to kill someone you raised. You know?
Well, let's just put it into jiu-jitsu terms for a second here, right? Obviously, the kill would be submitting someone. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I could submit. There's certain people that, like, if I've ever gone against you in battle and I've beaten you, it's hard for me to want to submit you again. If I was ever across the mat from a teammate, it would be really hard for me to want to, like, go against you and want to submit you in a tournament. Yeah.
Look, and I think that's where we're getting into the I'm more of a Sith than anything because I'll have no fucking, especially in a tournament, bro. I have no fucking problem. I have no problem. And like it's like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't like submit to break. You know what I mean? Like I'd let go of the submission if I knew it was going to break in a tournament of a teammate before I finished it, but I'd have no problem competing against a teammate.
It's like when it comes down to it, I can turn the switch off. I don't have a problem when when it pops off like that. But we can pause and fix that too. But it's definitely another layer of like I was saying earlier about like the mental energy, the alertness. Like you add that on top of being alert, it just adds another layer of like, I don't want to do this.
My thing is, it's like this. It's a. Have you ever competed against a teammate in a tournament?
No, I have not. Let's go ahead and pause and fix this. Yeah, we good. What were we talking about? The Sith submitting the teammate.
So actually, look, dude. This is what I'll bring it to, bro. Okay. You know why Keenan left Autos?
Why?
For exactly that.
Oh.
Keenan kept making it to the finals of like IBJJFs and ADCCs, and so was Galval. And Galval expected Keenan to just like, oh, you gave me my black belt, you can have it. And Keenan was like, no, fuck that. And I respect Keenan for that.
Well, do you?
That's where I'm like, that's bullshit, bro. And I'll always go against a teammate because at the end of the day, both of you guys deserve that fucking chance to take that gold. Why would you just be like, oh, I'll take, or you're higher ranked than me, you take the gold, I'll bow down. No, fuck that. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, the way I see it is Galval didn't want to test his belt, and Keenan was like, no, fuck that, we'll do it. And like initially, if I'm not mistaken, they ended up going because Keenan was like, no, I want my medal. I want my medal. But that was like the beginning of that turmoil between him and Autos. I don't know where it's at now, but whenever he first left, remember, Autos was like, no, we don't fuck with them.
That makes, and like, man, that sucks because like, that's probably a relationship that was just soured over what? Ego? Pride? Fear all the things of the dark side.
The average.
Well, no, because I wouldn't say Andre Galvão is average, but what I'm saying is like when you allow those feelings to control you and those feelings tap into your insecurities, and yeah, you become average because you become stagnant in that fashion. But Andre Galvão, he's in this scenario, I would say the mindset, whatever. He has nothing to prove to me. He's a legend. I don't know why there would be issues like that in general.
It was more like a tradition thing. Because, again, they still competed. And if I'm not mistaken, Galvão won.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's like, you know how jiu-jitsu comes from like a long line of honor.
Yeah, okay.
And that's what it was. And I don't necessarily agree with that. And you're saying that's a Sith thing. I think that's a Jedi thing. Because I 100% remember no one believing the Sith were there. And they're like, oh, just relax and, bow down and chill.
You're right.
Until Qui-Gon was died.
You're right, bro. You're right. You're right. Because I'm over here looking from another perspective.
Jedis. Soft ass.
Man, and that's why I'm like a Kyle Katarn. I'm a great Jedi. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle. I float between dark and light.
Well, just know whenever you're light, you're soft. No,
no, I just don't like. I don't want to kill. I don't want to hurt. And I don't want to punish anyone who doesn't deserve it. That's really what it comes down to. If you deserve it, bro, off with your head. I'm petty as fuck, bro.
The way I see it, if you sign that waiver, you deserve it. You agreed. You agreed to come in here and get fucking smashed on, bro.
So, you know what? I'm not even going to poke any bears today.
No diddy.
I'm not going to poke any bears today.
What you mean?
Not even bears, more like gnats at a barbecue. Nah, all the snakes in the grass. Because I know people be listening to this, and I know people be sneak dissing. It's all fun. It's all fun.
Honestly, I'm at that point where I'm not going to address it, but I'm sneak dissing back. I'm gonna sneak. I have nothing else to do. I don't have anything else to do right now. My hobbies are gone.
Are you draking Kendrick Lamar in this right now?
Oh, dude, that shit kind of got out of hand.
It's wild.
Drake was like, "You're short." And Kendrick Lamar was like, "You're a pedophile, and you like children." I was like, hey, what the fuck? You have a hidden daughter, and what's he talking about?
I'll go on record to say this is what I feel about it. I will say that Kendrick is saying some really psychological, assassinating of character type things. If you believe it, then great. But having dealt with any sort of level of narcissists and insecure people, it don't matter. He don't give if he is that, and I'm one of the biggest Drake fans, so I have no idea if he is that or not. Only he would know. If he is that, I don't think it would fucking matter. Because he's just so like it's like the Trump effect. Like you could tell Trump like, oh, you're a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. I got all this money. Fuck you, bitch.
He'll be like,
you know what I mean?
A rich piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny, dude? So I've always been on the fence of Drake. Like there's definitely some Drake music out there that I like, but he's never been my favorite rapper. J. Cole's my favorite rapper, and when he bowed out, I was upset. Now I get it. I apologize, Cole.
And that's what I guess that's what I'm going to lead to, because I don't really want to get into all that stuff. It's fun nonsense for me because I have nothing better to go do sometimes.
Yeah.
And like I'll be honest, this is what I was going to say. It's like as far as like what Kendrick did, his lyrics, his artistry. Kendrick is what he does, right? But as far as making a hit that's like still bumping in my fucking speakers, I still got to give it to Drake.
I don't know, bro. Whenever I'm feeling salty, I play back to back.
That's what I'm saying.
But dude, whenever I like started leaning more towards like Drake's kind of whack, is because he never replied to Pusha T. Pusha T, fucking.
That is true. I look. Just because look, somehow Drake, and I've told you this offline. I told people this offline too, but somehow his lines always somehow come back into my life, and I can never be anybody's number one fan. Your first number one, I had to put in your hand. Like that right there for me was like, personally, is like, yeah, fuck you.
So here's what I'll say about Drake, bro. Drake's been around for a long time. We've seen him, like, is he a narcissist? I don't know. My assumption is a lot of people with that level of fame kind of have to be.
You have to be.
Like you don't have to be, but you're so used to getting everything you want, it kind of breeds it in you. So, like, if he is, I'm not surprised. But let's not take away that we've seen Drake do a lot of cool shit with his money for people. Like, people at his concerts, like, sometimes get their fucking tuition paid for. They get taken care of. So the only questions I want answered is, I don't care if he's a narcissist or not. I've seen him do some cool shit. What is he talking about with the whole insinuation, like comparing him to Weinstein, like calling him a pervert, and the whole hiding a daughter for 11 years thing? That's crazy to me, because, like, what's the difference between having a daughter and a son? Why didn't you? Bro,
full tinfoil hat on right now. It's all a conspiracy to keep us distracted from Diddy. Just saying.
Dude, there's nothing that can distract us from Diddy. There's a whole Twitter page that's tracking buddy.
I'm telling you right now, it just feels like in the news, the Diddy shit's shut down in the same way the Epstein shit's shut down. With like when the billionaires went underwater, it just feels like, it's just like, oh, this took over now. Let's tinfoil hat off now. Look, I'm back.
The billionaires going underwater, that's when I knew that people were just sick of rich people shit, bro. Like, people are starving and you're like, I'm going to go underwater in a soda can. And they're like, oh, wait, like, they died. Are you sad for us? And niggas are like, fuck.
I mean, I am going to say I'm sad for you, because I believe that every life matters. I wish even the evil, fucked up, dark side lives didn't have to be taken, because their lives matter and they could contribute something to society, but they want to be assholes, so there's not much I can do about that.
The only person I feel bad for on that thing is the boy, the one who was like 18.
Oh, he was an 18-year-old?
Yeah, his dad like took him on there, and he like his mom, like, even after it happened, his mom was saying he didn't want to go. He just wanted to make his dad happy. But it's like, look, dude, our planet is what, 70% water? And of that 70%, if we make that the pie of 100%, we've discovered less than 20%. What the fuck are we doing down there? In a glorified soda can with a controller that I wouldn't even play my best friend on Mortal Kombat with, bro.
Stay out of the ocean.
Exactly.
Although I do scuba dive. I like scuba diving.
Scuba dive's cool, bro. But if you're going to the depths of the Titanic, like where your body can't really survive without special equipment, they build submarines for 15 plus years to make one trip and then they retire it.
Yeah.
Why are you going down there multiple times in a soda can, bro?
It does seem
like, it seems like South Park had this episode where there was a dude, he was like really smart, and like as soon as they gave him money, he just got really dumb and just had a bunch of girls around him. I don't remember the episode, but it seems like that kind of has an effect, bro, because normal people wouldn't have spent their money on that, because their brain would have thought like, pressure crushes.
No, you're right. I don't think I would even. The thing is, I don't know if I would go on a submarine in that fashion. I'm cool going on a submarine, but like untested down to the Titanic, like I'm Gucci, bro.
Bro, so like the guy who produces like the Avatar movies, James Cameron. That's like his hobby in his spare time, but he does it right. Yeah. So his last time he went down to the Titanic, I was watching a documentary on it, bro. But he spent 15 years building this sub. He spent 15 years building the sub. Yeah. And then on top of that, he's like, it was like a vertical, like it was built, it looked like my phone, bro. It looked like this.
Okay.
Just vertical green up and down. Yeah. Like, I'll show it to you after, but 15 years compared to, oh yeah, we got some titanium fiber. And then I don't know if anyone who watches us builds shit, but like getting a steel thing and then carbon fiber and then trying to weld it together, there's going to be a lot of flaws. They're not the same material.
Sorry, it might move. I know it moved.
Yeah. It's not the same material, so it's not going to weld together right. So just like common sense from a broke dude, I don't.
And just from a manufacturing standpoint, like look at what's happening with Boeing right now. There's across the board, it just shows that if corners can be cut, people will cut corners, whether in life, whether in business, whether in jiu-jitsu.
And bro, as a gamer, a Logitech controller, bro, Logitech, a GameCube, bro. Logitech was GameCube controllers. Like you can't
Really?
like they probably have a PlayStation, but I'm almost positive that show's a GameCube controller. I don't.
Didn't know that. We just lost the camera. That's okay. We're about that hour. I'm sorry, I just knocked my whole thing. We're at that hour mark anyway, so we need to wrap up. We kind of jumped around. We talked about fear leading into the dark parts of our. I want to talk about fear leading into the dark parts of ourselves before we head off. Because fear is, I think, one of the kickers for why people do what they do. I think fear is. Think of it like this, right? When you're a white belt and you're all spazzy, why are you spazzy? Why? You're afraid. You're afraid. Once you get comfortable, you're just like, hey, I'm a little bit calmer. And as you go into that black belt, you start seeing it calmer. But what ends up happening is you start getting fearful less and less as you climb up the ranks, especially if you're good, especially if you're blessed with the curse of talent as well. And, a good IQ and a physical paralysis. Like, you got all that. Like, you're not going to really, really get opposition unless you're competing or unless you go into those deep, deep rooms.
Yeah.
And unless you know how to manage that fear in those deep waters, you're going to decide who you're going to be. You're going to fall back into that place of, you know what, leg locks are dumb. We can't do leg locks in our gym. You learn how to pass a guard. Stop trying to do leg locks. You'll fall back into that kind of stuff.
Fear of not, like, if you allow fear to stop you from progressing, that's crazy.
Fear of being a white belt again.
Well, the thing is you should always kind of, like, Alex is right, bro. You should always view yourself as a white belt.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is, like, those upper belts. I won't even say just black belts, because I see it in brown belts. I see it in purple belts. I see it in blue belts. I can't tell you how many times I dead ass look people in the eyes and they look away from me, and I'm like, I need a fucking partner. Someone roll with me, please. I don't care. Like, let's just figure this out. Like, if there's something I'm doing that is troubling you, then why don't we use this time to talk about it so you can get better? Because I'm gonna give you all my knowledge.
So I have another. I have a quick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
About, like, so it's fear leading to, like, the darker part of yourself.
Of yourself, yeah, exactly.
So at the beginning, I told everyone what happened to my hand.
Yeah.
But just, like, martial arts is what I love to do. Like, now that I can't train, bro, like, I'm getting into videography and camera work, but don't tell me to read a book. I'm 30. I've read books before. I know I don't like reading books, bro. Don't tell me to read a book. So I've been fearful that I'm not going to gain full control of my hand back. I've been very fearful that, like, I'm never going to get full feeling because it's kind of numb. Like, right now I either feel pain or numbness in those fingers. And that's led to me just kind of being irritable and rude the last few days, or, like, just not wanting to talk.
Yeah.
And that was me just kind of allowing fear to dictate my mood, my attitude, how I'm treating the people around me, how I'm, and I've tried not to be, like, rude to the immediate people in my life and my lady, and I think I've been successful, but I've been substituting it with just not wanting to talk.
Yeah.
So that is a perfect example of just fear leading you to darker shit. And I think today I needed to get out the fucking house and do something different and get some sunshine and chill with friends and do what I would normally do.
It's May the 4th, man.
Yeah.
The 4th is with you, my friend.
Yeah.
I was going to say good sir. I don't like that.
Good sir. Jolly good sir.
Jolly top of the morning to you. Yeah, man. No, well said, bro. And I think we all get afraid. I'm afraid all the time, and it may not seem like it, but I'll tell you right now. I'm not going to name any names, but there were a few people last night I did not want to fucking roll with. But best believe they were my first rolls.
Yeah.
Best believe they were my first rolls.
Dude, you know who they are. Shout them out, bro.
No. Like, it's really like I don't want to always talk about people in a sense of, like, putting their name and business out there. But I also want to give people the chance to have the right of refusal to be talked about too. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But those people, At least one of them I have a really good relationship with, or at least I think I have a really good relationship, and they know I respect it, and I got love for them, and I want nothing more than to see both of us shine. And I want to get you motherfucking paid, bro. We got to figure that out. You know, I meant that.
Oh yeah, we will, bro.
Yeah,
we out here.
Yeah. When I eat, we all eat. That's it's always been that for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta tap out of here. I need to reset this camera real quick, so let me go ahead and do that. And it's that time for us to tap out. I will say to anyone dealing with any sort of fear, I would say my advice, unsolicited, is look that shit head on, accept it. To quote Coach Bill from Leon Jiu Jitsu, "Fear is a liar. Jiu Jitsu helps." And how you respond to the situations in jiu-jitsu are exactly how you're going to respond in real life, whether you realize it or not. When you're, under someone and your bottom mount, you know if you're giving up. You know if you're really trying. You know if you're really trying to find space. You know if you're gassed out. You know if you're just beat. You know. Have that conversation with yourself. Be honest with yourself and what's going on with yourself in that moment. That's going to help you with that fear a little bit. Because acceptance is the key to happiness. So that's my unsolicited advice, everyone.
Yeah, you're not lying. I never heard that quote till today, but until I accepted
Which one? That one? Oh.
Until I accepted that this is my circumstances and I got to make the best of it, I was pretty upset.
I'm glad you think. Yes, I'm gonna give myself kudos for a second. I never actually consciously heard anyone else say it, but it was just something when I was going through a really bad depression in my life. It was something I just kept saying. It was like, just accept it. Just accept it. And I was like, but I don't fucking want to accept it. But like, just accept it. Like, I was homeless. I was living in my car. Like, I was just like, well, I don't have any money. It was like, I don't have a girl. Like, just accept it. And like, just kept going over my head. And it was like, fuck. Once I accepted, I was like, oh, I'm good. You're okay. You can figure this out. And once I did that, bro, we got out the car. We got into our dream apartment. Like everything started turning around. So I think like when you're in a bad situation or that fearful situation we're talking about, once you just accept this is the situation, we can either fucking deal with it head on or we can run like a bitch. It's up to us. I choose dealing with it head on every time.
Yeah, so that's where we are right now, man.
All right, we tap it out. Thank you guys for tapping in. Do us a favor, if you've gotten this far, please give us a like. It helps us get it in front of more eyes, and that's going to help us get this word out, and hopefully people like what the heck we saying. So
and then like, comment, subscribe, Right now, only Jay could take all the smoke, so you want any heat, you got to hit up my boy Jay.
Hey, someone said something about this, anyone can get his Sundays, and I'm like, I never fucking started this. Someone else said this, and I just said, all right, let's go. I don't want to fucking fight nobody. Unless I have to.
I'm pretty sure we all mutually started it as a joke on one of the first podcasts. 'Cause that's when it started. It started the podcast. We brought on Casey for the first time. He was like, anyone can get it. And we were all like, yeah. Anyone can get it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You can say. But now people are catching traction and they want that heat, But
you know what? If anyone can get it, they got to go through Ross first. I'm last on the list. Please. I want y'all when y'all tired. As I talk all this mess about texting my
whenever I can close my hand, I'll be happy to, give y'all what y'all want, give you the round. But until then, you need any videography work, hit me.
Yeah. All right, y'all. One last thing. Misfits Barbecue, May 11th.
12 to
3. No, we switched 12 to 3. 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
Misfits Barbecue pull up. I remembered it. Yes,
sir.
I'm gonna remember all these because I'm gonna have to at this point because we got sponsors coming on.
And one more time, shout out to my boy, Georgie and Jimmy at Misfits.
Yeah, shout out Georgie and Jimmy. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. So #OpenMat. Pull up. All right, y'all. Stay blessed. And may the 4th be with you. And don't let the revenge of the 5th come back and mess you up. Keep that strong faith and positivity out there, y'all. Stay blessed.
Revenge of the 5th. That's the day. Yeah. Later.